Hey there, viewers, and welcome back to a fantastically triumphant episode of Grumpy Monkey Garage. The crackhead Corolla is complete. So we've had a fantastic adventure fixing this car. So as you saw in a previous episode, we bought this thing basically off the bottom of a lake. It was covered in just poo swamp water. None of the door handles were functional. They were all destroyed. We fixed that in another episode. The front blinker covers were obliterated and the washer reservoir was no bueno. Also, the main problem with this car, because those other issues are just common Corolla issues, was the transmission was making some horrifying sounds. That doesn't sound very good. We've actually got it on the trailer. We can show you the old transmission. Now, some things I learned in this build is there's two different transmissions for these Corollas. There's a 3-speed and a 4-speed. The 3-speed is in this car. This is a VE Corolla. With the VEs, they would have either a manual transmission or the 3-speed without overdrive, which is what this one is. Now, stupid me, I thought I was gonna basically win over on a big on this one. My wife had crashed that purple Corolla you've seen in our 1998 Toyota Corolla review. So since it was laying in the backyard, unable to ever drive again, I knew it had a good engine transmission in it. I was just gonna take that transmission and put it in this car. Now, hilariously, if you're in a pinch, you can actually do that. We did it, we put it in. It just, the range sensor wouldn't plug in, and if we took the other range sensor, it wouldn't bolt up. So I hooked up the shift cable to a range sensor from the 4-speed, left it on, had the 3-speed range sensor plugged in, and you had to use a coat hanger to change the gear you were in. So you could like select drive, close the hood, get in here, release the e-brake, and drive. You could do it. It would go all the way through 4th, but then you couldn't get into park. You'd have to turn it off, pull the e-brake, come out here, shift it to park, and it was just a hassle. So I ended up ordering a 3-speed. The 3-speed I ordered, I think I paid $400 for. Absolutely not a dime more. I got it shipped down from Maryland to Georgia, so it was very rusty. I really, rust belt. I feel so bad for you mechanics up there because I hate working on it. We had 2 broken bolts on this transmission just trying to get the mounts on. What a nightmare. But it only had 90,000 miles on it. So I was like, you know what, that's a great deal. I'm gonna put it in there. So the cost of the car plus the transmission, which we're gonna itemize here on the screen for you, plus the blinker covers, the door handles, the labor, because I sure as heck didn't put this transmission in. We had Jeremy, who you could see in some of our episodes, put that in. We didn't film the transmission swap. Most DIY people aren't gonna tackle that. We just wanted to do the small jobs, show you guys you can fix some stuff yourself. Transmission took about 2 days of actual work, but it ended up taking the span of a week because I just didn't prioritize it. It's my own car. I got plenty of customer cars to fix. But we did get it done. The car is completely fixed now. We fixed the radio. There's no more sketchy hole in the dash. We've got all that nasty wiring rat's nest out. It's gone. Air conditioning works, heat works, it drives beautifully. All the interior's fixed, the handles work. All my lights are legit now. We've got tires on it. And this is my purpose to this car and this project. These cars, when they're completely restored like this, or this is kind of a BS restoration because we still have some good paint problems and there is still some minor interior defects, but this car is better than a new Corolla, and I'll tell you why. No monthly payment. You can buy a car like this in this condition for probably $2,000 to $2,500 bucks. Now, in my total here, I've obviously not hit that, but I've had to wait forever and have the skill sets to fix it and the tools to do it, and that cost a bunch of money. I think these cars are better for people than the new cars, especially young people who are starting out. The housing market is unaffordable. Why the heck do you think that's not going to happen to the car industry? These cars keep going up in value too. These people are financing. I mean, I saw somebody making $800 a month payments on a new car. Why would you do that? Like, that used to be rent. Okay, that's absolutely ridiculous. This is getting out of control. These cars are still around. Why won't you pick this? This is the better financial decision. almost 40 miles to the gallon. I'm getting 37, which is pretty good. Why won't you drive this? Oh, it's ugly, it doesn't have a touch screen. Well, you need to get your priorities straight. This is the car that's gonna help you go from, I don't have very much, and I need to build my savings, to I'm successful. This is how you get there. And even when you get there, I don't consider myself super successful, but I'm obviously not at the bottom of the totem pole anymore. But I would still want these cars. These cars, to me, earned their place in the world. They're excellent. They're cheap to maintain, cheap to keep alive. Somebody could buy it and drive it for 10 years and put very little money into it, and it will still start and drive for them. Just take care of these. Quit trying to finance a touchscreen on wheels and just find one of these. It's better. It's just better because there's less crap to go wrong. And that's my rant over on 98 Corollas and why I love them. But this one in its perfection is finally finished. I'm excited about it. I think it's gonna be a good car. I'm gonna probably drive it around for a few months. At that point, I'll probably wanna buy another one to rescue. So this one might be for sale. I might actually keep this one though. I put a bunch of work into it. I really enjoyed it. This is the most base model Corolla I've rescued thus far. The next one I want to get is going to be a CE with a manual transmission, simply because I've never owned one. And I'd like to get some experience in that department as well. Can't exactly start becoming a Corolla expert without experiencing all of them. So I'm missing a CE with a manual transmission. That's what I'm looking for next. But anyway, this concludes our exciting episode of Grumpy Monkey Garage regarding this finished, restored 1998 Toyota Corolla and all of its glory. Just remember, if I could do it, you could do it. Save the Corollas. We'll see you next time.